Here we have seen some of the ratios and we have understood that how you can analyze the P&L account with the help of ratios. Now today, again, I'm discussing that how you can analyze the P&L account with the help of ratios. Now today, again, I will be discussing some of the ratios related to profit and loss account. So today I will be discussing about the ratios and we will discuss that with the help of growth ratio, how you can analyze the current year performance and previous year performance. Now, first ratio is given net sales growth percentage ratio. So if you see here, growth, every year growth is given, right? So I took that from 2012 to 2021, right? So if you see this ratio, so in year 2012, there was a growth of 15.33%. In year 2013, there was negative growth. It means there was decline in sales, that is 17.57%. Again, there was decline in sales in next year. Then there was a growth, growth, then decline, and then growth, right? So you can see the sales growth pattern of Tata Limited, which is not satisfactory, right? Most of the time we've seen that the sales is declining by a higher percentage and growth is generally lesser percent here, right? If I talk about core EBITDA growth percentage, right? So here we can see the EBITDA growth percentage. So in year 2012, the EBITDA was not growing. So there was a negative EBITDA growth percentage. You can see in year 2013, negative growth EBITDA, negative. Then in year 2000, we can see 2016, it is 2016, yeah. In 2016, company has achieved good growth in EBITDA. Then there was negative growth. Then there was a positive growth. Then positive growth, and there was a negative growth in year 2020. And somehow company was able to generate some EBITDA, or you can say profit in year 2021. Then if you see EBIT growth is also negative every year. You can see EBIT growth is negative every year. In some years, EBIT is growing. Otherwise, in most of the years, EBIT growth is negative, right? You can say you will find for PAT also. So if you see PAT growth is negative, PAT growth is very negative, 1,516%, 3,799% negative growth. So here you can see the growth of EBITDA, PAT is also negative, right? If you see PS growth, it is also negative most of the time, right? So here, if you see the performance of Tata Motors in last 10 to 12 years, so that is not satisfactory, right? So before investing your money into Tata Motors, you should do proper research. You should think a lot before investing your money, because if you see the past performance of Tata Motor, it is quite a risky company, right? Further, if I talk about other things, so you can see some other information is given. That is, we have discussed about debtor turnover ratio, sales fixed ratio. Now, some ratios are remaining which we can discuss. I will check it. Here we can discuss some remaining issues. Book NAV to share, we will discuss later on. We have discussed fixed capital sales, receivable days. Okay, efficiency ratios we have to discuss, right? Here they have compared fixed capital versus sales ratio, right? This ratio is in time, right? This is not in percentage, this is in time. Now, what they are doing, they are comparing fixed capital and sales, right? They are comparing here fixed capital. Fixed capital means shareholder funds plus long-term debt, right? Fixed capital means shareholder fund plus long-term, right? So company is comparing their fixed capital with sales, right? So if you see fixed capital versus sales, here you will find it was 0.04 in year 2012, and if you see current year, it is 1.14, which shows that if company's sales is 100 crore, company's fixed capital is of rupees 114 crore, right? It means company has invested as compared to their sales, right? Whatever sales they are achieving. So if fixed capital to sales ratio is greater than 1, it shows that company is not working efficiently. Company has invested more money and company is not able to generate that much revenue. So most probably in case of manufacturing company, you will find these situations, right? Now, if I talk about receivable days, what is the meaning of receivable days? Receivable days means what average credit you provide to your customers, right? What average credit you provide to your customer. So here, if you see average credit which is provided to the customer from Tata Motors is 16 days In previous year, it was 22 days, right? So it is quite okay. It is quite okay, right? So they are giving credit for on an average 16 days, right? Talk about inventory days. Inventory days means how much time it takes to convert your inventory into cash, right? This is what inventory is. So here Tata Motors, they are manufacturing some product. So how many days they require to convert this inventory into cash? So it is 32, right? So आज अगर वो product बना रहे हैं, वो कितने में बेच के पैसा recover कर पा रहे हैं? So it is 32. It is quite okay, right? Payable day is quite good because what they are doing, they are getting credit for at least 90 days. If you see on an average, they are getting credit for 90 days or 60 days. So here their payable days is given 83 days, which is quite satisfactory, but we can check some other conditions also. If they are making delayed payments, so our Tata Motor is paying any penalty or interest, so we have to check other conditions. Otherwise, from this data, we can assume that efficiency ratios are quite okay, right? Now, what we can do in structure, we can discuss valuation ratios. So here we can discuss valuation ratio and we can learn more about Tata Motors, right? So I will be covering this part and cash flow part in next lecture. So stay tuned with us for more and better learning. Thank you.